My name's Nate Newell. I'm here representing Split Stage Productions as their director for this New Works Festival. We do all of our shows out of Westmoreland County. So we do travel around. We're transient. We don't have any place that we necessarily call a home. So we rent different theater spaces and non-traditional spaces around Westmoreland County to produce our shows in. Rob and I try not to direct any of the shows, and especially now that we're in our fifth season, we feel like we've established ourselves enough that we like to have outside talent come in and bring their vision to what we're doing also. So in the beginning, we did, and I would say my favorite was probably our production of Glengarry Glen Ross that I directed. Yeah, I think most definitely. And this New Works Festival is a great showcase of the talent that is around the area. What I do find actors and actresses and directors doing is finding pods that they're safe in and they feel safe in, and then they stay within those pods. But something like this festival, something like the companies that are here, taking chances on actors they haven't used before, really breaks up those pods. And I think it takes talent into other parts of the city where people don't usually get to see that talent. We at Split Stage really try and support everybody as much as possible. As people in the theater community, we understand that we can't get to see everything every weekend. Or number one, we'd be completely poor. Number two, our wives would divorce us because we would never be home with kids and other things. But Rob and I try and split ourselves up to go see different shows and support people around the community. That gives us the most, we get to see the most without hurting in the pocketbook or at home. There's really a nice diversion of selection out there for us. So you have groups that do a lot of more classical type shows. You have groups that do older style musicals. And then you have other groups that are a little bit more progressive. So depending on what you are in the mood for at that given time, you can pretty much pick and choose what you'd like to go see to fit that mood that you're in. I mean, number one, be friendly. And be friendly to everybody because you never know who you're talking to and at what given moment. And number two, don't be afraid to learn a trade or to do something along those lines. I got into most of these theaters by doing lighting and sound design that I just took a practicum in college, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but they needed a lighting and sound head for their board, and I was like, I guess I can do it. So I got in, I learned everything I could, and then from there they were like, hey, you want to design sets? And then that took me to this theater that needed somebody to design sets. So don't be afraid to help out in other aspects if you don't get cast in a show, because it's going to bring you into a family that's going to introduce you to more people. I'm Nate Newell with Split Stage Productions, and Mr. Bones knows me.